Okay, Bitcoin's in a very interesting spot, and the question of is it really gonna hold is very much in play, right? A lot of people are talking about it, so let's figure out if it's really gonna happen. So obviously we failed to take July's high, but sorry, June's high, but that's very normal for July. July normally struggles to take June's high, and bear market pullback, so of course very choppy. Um, Now we did fail this long zone just down here, which would keep the local structure intact. It's not the end of the world to lose the local structure because at the end of the day, your main structure point's down here, and I mean every single time your main structure point's held, right? But um, there is definitely a question to be had of, this whole zone is an accumulative zone, and it's also not been touched at all. It's been completely front run. So there is this decent chance. I don't know what's happened. There is a decent chance that price could actually come all the way down here to sweep these lows out before coming up. More so for like a July capitulation. I mean, normally July has really deep pullbacks. It's not ever really had a very significant pullback to the point where it takes the lows. But this is the only time where it wouldn't be detrimental to take the lows because you still have this entire zone below. Normally in July, you don't really get these zones where you blast up instantly, but because everyone knew July would be bullish, retail all bought the moment July went down on day one. So it wouldn't shock me for a little capitulation event to shake people out before taking the highs because, I mean, at the end of the day, all you've done is leave liquidity at the highs. So June's highs also just left liquidity, hence why, of course, you come back for them. June's a capitulation month, right? So July has done the exact same thing now while we're still in July, while we still have long zones. There is liquidations around, I'm not sure, around the 61,000. There's a lot of liquidations here. There's also a lot of liquidations here. But of course, it's gonna happen, right? Um, I don't. This long zone's fine, but I would want a fast reaction out of it. I mean, considering the way we've come down, I would definitely want it to SFP this local low. I wouldn't want it to close below the local low or have a good solid break below the low. I want it to be an SFP, and then I'd want price to give me something, give me something. And maybe on a local range, maybe we accumulate or something, and we take it up. And if we take the high again, then we will probably look for distributions, PO3s during August, anything really to suggest that a high is in. Um, Now, if we fail the zone, I mean, again, it's not the end of the world, but I can't really predict what's going to happen when it comes back down there. You will have to trade the local range or whatever price action gives you there. If we do something like this and we take out the lows and I don't know, let's say we accumulate or something, that's a valid long. That is a potential swing long up, right? Yeah, so there's plenty of ways to trade this. I don't think it's over like everyone is suggesting online. Oh my God, the bull market's over. Bulls got trapped, which is true. Bulls did get trapped. However, it's very local. It's very short term, I believe. I don't think it's actually going to be a major top. It could, but I mean, the likelihood of that is unlikely. And if it was to be the option, it will become clearer to us as price action develops because it will give us all the signs that a top is in. At the moment, I have no signs that a top is in. I'm just seeing London open every single time and go down. London open every single time and go down. So do I really find that as bearish? Not really. Um, Now, what happened locally to even bring price down? I mean, it was a bit interesting because this was a good place to bottom. Obviously, it provided nice long. Um, I was worried that this little tiny distribution was holding and was keeping price up, so it made me think that this accumulation in itself was weak and it wouldn't hold. So I was looking for shorts in this area if it ranged for a long time and gave me like a distribution of some kind. It's not really a distribution, so anyway, price came up, and I wanted us to hit this supply zone. However, this supply zone, no, sorry, I wanted the supply zone to get hit for a lower high. So yeah, for a higher high, lower low, higher low. Oh my God, I can't speak. For a higher high, higher low, and then pop up. However, on the higher low, we didn't get any good structure. At the end of the day, we tried to accumulate, but the problem is we never broke structure. We never confirmed the idea. and we immediately flipped after taking highs. Now, when you SFP a low like this, and then you immediately flip structure back down, like immediately after taking the local range high like that, that normally suggests the top. Um, so that was awful. Let alone that this was like I said in my last video, this was a supply chain, but it was a distributive supply chain where this was a distribution with one, two, three, right? And then this was supply chain, because this was supply, then this was supply. Okay. However, we slightly broke above the supply, sweep the high, but failed to come above the distribution. So that was another topping signal. I was asleep, but that was another topping signal, right? So there was plenty of things that told us that this accumulation isn't going to hold anymore. So while originally right here looked really, really, really good, as price action developed, that was your first warning sign. Um, and then I think that was your final, your like second chance, and then this was you're done basically. There was no way that was holding anymore. There's nothing really else. Bitcoin's not really doing anything fun or interesting. It's just purely going down. So if you're in shorts, you're a very happy boy. Apart from that, we'll see what this zone provides. It's still it would follow with July's little local trend that it currently has of coming really close to lows. If it does bounce, it does give a good range. Um, but I'm more interested in this zone below, and I'm definitely looking for longs there. As long as it gives us a good range, and we don't do huge distributions that like suggest we're topping, then that's good for me. That's good for me. I like what's going on here. I don't think people should be too overly bearish or overly bullish. We're in a decent spot. It's just price is going down fast and everyone's panicking. Oh no, 2.2% in one day. No, like everyone's scared. Okay.